Hey everyone, and welcome. So we live in a world that is just sprinting towards maximum efficiency, right? AI is promising this future that's seamless, optimized, just perfect. But something really funny is happening. We are getting this deep, powerful craving for things that are slow, clumsy, and kind of beautifully inefficient. So let's get into this weird love affair we're having with all things analog.
This is the big question, isn't it? As all of our tech gets smarter and faster and practically invisible, why do we find ourselves being pulled back to things that are physical, mechanical, and honestly, kind of difficult? And I promise you, this is not just about nostalgia. It's something way, way deeper.
Okay, so look at music. You've got literally infinite songs in your pocket, right? All perfectly clean, you can get them instantly, and yet, vinyl sales are absolutely booming. People are actively choosing the whole ritual, lowering the needle, hearing that warm crackle, feeling the weight of the album in their hands, over the, let's be honest, sterile perfection of a digital file.
But what about our cars? The future is obviously silent, electric, self-driving. It's the logical, most efficient choice. And yet there's this growing obsession with old, carbureted, air-cooled engines. These are machines that demand your attention. They vibrate, they smell, they make a glorious, glorious noise. And then, of course, there's the book. We can carry an entire library on one little device that weighs almost nothing. But that desire to feel the paper, to smell the ink, to physically turn a page, that's not just sticking around, it's growing. We're choosing weight over weightlessness. We're choosing inefficiency over ease. So, what is going on here?
To really get it, we need to first talk about something called the efficiency paradox. Because what feels like a brand new trend, well, it's actually a pattern that has repeated itself all through human history. And you can see a clear rhythm here. Every single time technology takes a huge leap forward in making things more efficient, a really powerful counter-movement pops up that celebrates the human touch. The Industrial Revolution, it gave birth to the arts and crafts movement. The rise of digital music, it sparked the vinyl revival. And now, the dawn of AI is fueling this massive new analog craze. It's like this psychological push and pull. The faster, the more seamless, the more accurate our world gets, the more our human spirit just longs for the exact opposite. For things that are imperfect, things that are unhurried, and things that engage all of our senses in a real, tangible way.
All right, so to see how this actually works, let's just zoom in on one perfect example, the classic car. It is a fantastic case study for really understanding our relationship with these old-school analog machines. So what's the deal? Why do we love these old things? Well, first, their imperfection is an invitation. You have to learn how to adjust the choke, you have to listen to the engine's idle. That inconvenience is actually what lets you participate. Second, it's a dialogue. You have to learn to read the machine's mood, its temperature. Third, it's a full-body experience. The vibration, the smell of gas, the heat coming off the metal, and all of that together makes it feel like it has a soul. And this really gets to the heart of it, summed up perfectly right here. Digital is a command. Analog is a conversation. Using a modern device is all about giving an order and getting an instant, perfect result. But working with an old machine, that's a back and forth. It takes listening and patience and understanding. So let's use that car as our guide and zoom back out to the first of three big ideas, the actual psychology of inefficiency. Why do our brains seem to need these clumsy, inefficient things? Well, the answer is surprisingly deep. These inefficient actions provide something the source material calls the proof of being. In a world that's being automated away, these difficult tasks give us real, tangible, physical proof of our own existence. Just think about it for a second. That little ceremony of starting a cold engine, or the very distinct click as a record needle finds the groove, the friction of a fountain pen scratching on paper. These aren't just actions, they're rituals. They're little moments of friction in our day that tell us, I am here, I am doing this, I am alive. And that's a feeling that AI, for all its amazing efficiency, can never, ever give us. But this whole thing isn't just about some solo, psychological need. It's also deeply cultural. These analog hobbies are how we connect with each other and how we keep a very specific kind of human knowledge alive.
So here's the fundamental clash. AI is designed for one thing, instant completion. Just get the task done as fast as possible. But we humans, we often find the meaning not in the result, but in savoring the process. We don't just want the photograph, we want the joy of being in the darkroom developing film.
We don't just want to know the time, we want the ritual of winding a mechanical watch.
And this leads to a really important idea: cultural succession. See, when someone teaches you how to tune an engine or how to develop film, they're not just passing on data, they're passing on sensory knowledge. The feel of a wrench, the smell of a chemical, the sound of an engine that's running just right. It's how we keep our human connection to the physical world alive, passing it down from one generation to the next.
Okay, and this brings us to our final and maybe the most important point. There is a deep philosophical connection between inefficiency, imperfection, and the whole idea of what it means to be free.
And I want you to really just sit with this question for a moment. In a world where an AI can always tell you the optimal path, the best route to drive, the best product to buy, the best decision to make, are you actually free?
The truth is, optimization, by its very nature, removes choice. It's designed to be predictable and correct every single time. But the analog world, it's built on uncertainty and imperfection. That engine might not start, the ink from the pan might smudge, the record needle might skip. And it is right there, in those moments of imperfection, in that space where things can go wrong, that's where our agency, our choices, and our freedom really, truly exist.
So, as we start to wrap this up, what does all of this mean for our future? A future that, let's face it, is going to be dominated by artificial intelligence. Well, it really just boils down to these three essential human needs. Psychologically, analog things give us that tangible proof of being. Culturally, they make sure that we have a succession of human skills and sensory knowledge. And philosophically, they give us the freedom that you can only find in a world that isn't perfectly optimized.
And maybe this is the most important thing to take away from all this. Our love for analog isn't a step backward. It's a natural, necessary evolution. It's a human declaration that efficiency is a tool, not the goal. And that in our quest for perfection, we have to always, always save room for the beautiful, messy, and inefficient art of just being human. Thanks for tuning in.